Evening people, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we are bringing you MRC's Team Oliver Racing Gr3 League. This is round 2. As a bit of a special for helping us defeat Godzilla last week, we've taken the whole show over to Japan this week, and we are driving from the Kyoto Driving Park. It is the Yamajiwa and Miyabi tracks joined together, so there are 2 circuits. If you look at the little track map on screen, you'll see where the 2 hairpins almost meet. That's where the 2 circuits join, top half and bottom half. Oh, I've done it again. Why have you done that again? Starting my streams in 144p. Oi. Right. So round 2. You're watching the Pro Lobby with me, darksmoka. We have got the Pro-Am Lobby running as well with Ghost Realm Gaming. So go check him out. After this, obviously. So after round 1 last week at Nürburgring GP, Fat Pickles Bro leading the championship with 42 points. TNR Philo second with 40 points. Super Fast Bobby, he's on 30 points. Deli B, he's in 4th, he is on 26 points. Potomac Pot 79 in 5th with 24 points. NGR Jambu in 6th with 22 points. Dangly Ball 7th with 20 points. We've got JRC Racing in 8th, he has got 18 points. Surfer EV in 9th, he's sitting on 16 points. Diablo 10th with 14 points. In 11th, we've got James Harbin on 12 points. G Marge 12th with 10 points. Mark Miller 1144, he's on 8 points in 13th. MRC Buddy 14th, he's on 6 points. And Purzel 15th with 4 points. So that's standings as is for the Pro Lobby. Let's get ourselves on track. So 2 races for you lot. First race is 12 laps, second race is 18 laps. Let me just double check that for you. Tonight's race. Yep, 12 laps race 1, 18 laps race 2. The drivers are carrying success ballast from race 1 into race 2. No success ballast carried over from last week. Make sure we clear that up. JRH, evening. Sorry I can't join in tonight. Good luck everyone. Yeah, bit of a shame. Needs must though. This league sponsored by Team Oliver Racing. They drive some great big trucks around some scary racetracks. Been to see them myself. It's a sight to behold. Alright, let's get some gubbins on the screen for you lot. Dangly Ball's first man out on track. Nobody put hot laps in yet, so we are just coming out of the Miyabi section into the hairpin out. It's quite a wide hairpin, but it's a little bit bumpy, slightly off camber on the way in and the way out on this track. These mid-rear and rear-wheel drive cars and the mid-rear engined cars might struggle around there a little bit. Unsettles them. So down towards this final little kink, you may see 1 or 2 drivers getting this bit wrong as well, especially the exit into this final turn. If Dangly Ball stays out, we'll go for a lap. He does. So he's clinging to that pit wall all the way down this short start-finish straight into the long left-hand sweeping hairpin, able to carry a lot of speed through this. Full tilt down towards the kinks. Does he keep it flat through here? Yep, knocking it up into 6, no problem. So next long left hand, it's almost a hairpin. It's massive though. Again, carrying a lot of speed through there. Heading down the hill then towards the Miyabi section of the circuit. Yamajiba at the minute, so hard on the brakes. That was where Yamajiba would peel off to the left there, but we're now onto the Miyabi section. So through there, through the next hairpin. A little bit of glitching from Dangli. Through the Miyabi kink. Very difficult on the way, on the reverse of this circuit, trying to get the exit of that without running onto the grass. Oh. That final long sweeping left of Miyabi, down the straight, hard on the brakes, and this is where we peel out of Miyabi back onto the Yamajiwa circuit. Big old kink there. G Marge has joined the room but late, but he should be able to get in for quali. So into this final tight hairpin. Oh, still some glitching going on. Whether it's Dangly Ball's connection or the lobby. No, Potter's lobbies are pretty strong. So that turn there, or the track just tightens so much as you come out through there. So final turn back onto this start finish straight. What does our mate Dangly Balls put in? He puts in a pit. Alright, let's see what Philo's going to put in then, as he's going to be the first driver to cross the line. 2:13.2. Dangly Balls put 2:12.6 in. How did I miss that lap? So JRC Racing in third, 2:13.4. GT Delhi B getting new tyres, 2:13.4 as well. Super Fast Bobby in fifth, 2:13.8. Surfer Ev, 2:13.8 as well for Surfer. Fat Pickles Bro, winner of last week, 2:13.8 for Fat Pickles. Pot 2:14.0 in 8th at the minute. CRT Millerman 2:14.4 9th. Halfway through quali, 2:14.6 for Jambu in 10th. Perzel 11th, 2:15.3. Diablo in 12th. No hot lap, his quickest there, 2:31.6. That's quite relevant for Diablo. 6:66 on his time, 6:66 in his main. So G Marge is out on track, just on his out lap though. So Dangly Balls got himself on pole position at the minute. That might not stay like it. As the cars run themselves lower on fuel, they get lighter. Yeah, still a little bit of glitching from Dangly. Philo looking stable. Second in last week's race. Superfast Bob currently in fifth. He was third in last week's race, so that's the podium sitters. We'll go and have a look at JRC. So still on that 2:13.4. Tord smashed down the side. Sponsors livery. GT Delhi B in fourth then. He's opted for the Subaru this season. It's not done him bad so far. 2:13.4 for him, fourth position. So Bob's still fifth. Not better in that time at the minute. Surfer F 6th, still on that 2:13.8. Fat Pickles Picklesbro. Always seems to be the case. Lap 2 seems to have a lot of fast laps on it, and then it always ends up being the last 2 laps that end up being even faster. It's bizarre. So Picklesbro is fastest as lap 7 as well. Potter McPot 2:14.0, his fastest, lap 2. Diablo's just gone quicker, 2:14.1, put himself up into 9th. CRT Millerman still 10th, lap 2. Purcell, lap 2. Oh, was that Jambu as well? Sorry, Jambu and Purcell, both lap 2. G Marges is obviously going to be lap 2. Still holding on to that pole at the minute for Dangly Ball. Purple sectors from him as well. He could be increasing this lead. He's about half a second up on his 2:12.6 at the minute. Through this final turn then, what's he got? Gained a little bit of a toe off Philo. Has that benefited him? Does. So he goes quarter of a second quicker. 2:12.410 for MRC Dangly Ball. Bit of work for Philo and the drivers behind to try and claim that time back. That'll be 11:45 on the timer. 3 minutes to do it. They're going to get the out lap as they come out of the pits and a fast lap. Allowed space by Potter McPot. Potter's just come out of pits, hasn't he? Yeah, out lap. Giving space to Delhi to let him through, but he's quicker than Delhi at the minute on this out lap. Possibly Delhi making a tiny little mistake. While we've been chatting, Fat Picklesbro's put a 2:13.191 in, second place for him. Still 3/4 of a second between himself and Dangly Ball on pole. Philo on an out lap. What have we got? 12, 13 minutes pretty much on the clock. 2 more minutes of qualifying. Danny B still got 14th, actually going a little bit quicker on lap 5, 2:13.2. He's only 8,000th behind TNR Philo. We wanted to stick with Potter McPot through there, try and gain a bit of a toe off him and JRC in front. Fastest lap for JRC, out lap this one. So he's going to get another opportunity, as is Potter McPot. Super fast Bobby getting pushed down to 6th now. JRC, sorry, with Fat Picklesbro moving up the field. Surf Ev also pushed down a position. CRT Millerman just going a bit quicker, 2:13.9. So he sticks himself in 8th. Potter McPot. So he's still on an out lap. 2:14.001 for him. He's did his fastest on that lap 2. So he's got a minute left of quali. They are allowed to finish these laps, so Potter's got another opportunity. Balls looking for all the lines on this circuit. So joining the Miami circuit, it's a great big uphill section there. So he's on an out lap. I don't think he's going to get an opportunity. Oh, he might, depends how quick Potter starts this race. So we are pretty much at the 15 minutes timer. There's a big pile of drivers back here. Still Delhi B, Potter Pot, JRC. So, Fat Pickles, bro, get yourself out of the pit. Yes, yes, good. He's to get himself past the first timing mark to hold on to that second place. Delhi B getting a little bit wrong through there. Dangly ball then, still holding on to pole. This will be final lap. Keep going, Fat Pickles. Fat Pickles, keep going. Get across that timing line. No, Fat Pickles. You might just, I don't know whether you'll hold on to it. Damo evening. CRT Millerman in 8th at the minute. 2:13.9 on the board. Philo, sneaky Philo, sneaky Philo, all the time, sneaky Philo. We're looking for it. Right at the end of quali, I'll have some of that. Fastest lap, Blammo, 2:11.8, half a second quicker. Shh, that's what he's saying. So Dangly Ball then second. How you've picked up a penalty, I don't know. Fat Pickles Bro then third. GT Delhi B fourth. JRC Racing in 5th. Potter McPot going quicker, so 6th place for Potter. Surfer Ev in the pits for 7th. Superfast Bobby in 8th. CRT Millerman 9th. Diablo in 10th. Jambu 11th. Purzel 12th. G Margin in 13th. Surfer, evening. Beating Superfast Bob, you need to get yourself out of the pit, Surfer. I'm not sure whether it's actually if you leave the room and come back you lose that position, but I'm sure you need to get past the first checkpoint to hold on to your position. I could be wrong. I just don't want anyone to take any chances. That's why I was a bit concerned about Fat Pickles Bro. Was it Fat Pickles Bro or Dangly Ball? Or it was Fat Pickles Bro. I think you hold on to your time. I think it's if you actually leave the race and come back into the race. I think that's when it resets you. Some of the drivers giving it a WTF to Philo right at the end of qualifying. So 2:12.4 for Dangly Ball and TNR Philo with that 2:11.889. Puts him in good stead for race 1. So just about to start. 12 laps. Awkward little join in these two circuits. Fat Pickles all the way red. Good. Respectful Delhi B all parked up. JLC having a couple of practice starts. Yes, he is. On for Potter. Here we are then. So 12 laps. Let's see if TNR Philo can fend off the other 12 drivers for the next 12 laps. Awkward little circuit, like I say. Two circuits joined together, a little bit off camber on the joins as well. What view are you going to give me, PlayStation? What view are you going to give me? What do we think? Meh. Meh. Is that it? Thanks. Okay. So, sounds like the lights are on, the revs are up. See if they get away cleanly. Great big pile of wheel spin for TNR Philo. He's getting swallowed up. GT Deli B has fired himself through into top spot. Does he hold on to it? Chucks it around the outside, holds onto it. Oh, why did it go to that driver? I don't know. GT Deli B then gets himself into top spot. TNR Philo second, Dangly Balls third, JRC Racing fourth. Oh, still a little bit of contact as we head through these first two turns. Who's that? Go firing off. We'll go back. It's Potter McPot in fifth. Fat Picklesbro sixth. CRT Millerman seventh. Superfast Bobby in eighth. Jambu ninth. Surfer Ev 10th. Purzel 11th. G Marge 12th. Diablo got pinned off. He's a little bit far back now as well. He's got damage all over the place. That's a trip to the pits for him early on in race one. It's a bit of a shame. Heavy damage on in these lobbies, so it does mean a trip to the pits to get that repaired or a ruined race. TNR Philo in the meantime has got himself back past Deli B. And around this long left-hander of the Miyabi circuit. Looking for that first position back, and in the background we've got Dangly Balls under threat from JRC Racing. Potter McPot trying to fend off Fat Picklesbro as well, winner of last week's race. Potter just getting tail out on that Mitsubishi, nearly giving Fat Picklesbro a great big open door. So into this hairpin, how do they get on? Philo through there cleanly. GT Deli B right on his tail. Dangly Balls still holding on to third. He's managed to make a little bit of a gap between himself and JRC. Do they make it through the exit of this little turn? Yeah. So JRC holding fourth, then Potter McPot fifth. So Dangly Balls going a little bit wide through the final turn. That's given JRC Racing a bit of a look, still quite tight. Poor old Diablo. So Fat Picklesbro 6th, Superfast Bobby 7th, Jambu 8th, Surfer Ev 9th, CRT Millerman slinging that Mercedes into the first turn, holding on to 10th. Purzel 11th in the Lexus. Marge right behind him in another Lexus. Diablo, poor Diablo, still on his way back to the pits. So he'll come in now. So Philo has started to pull a gap already, 1.7 seconds. Dangly Balls got himself past GT Deli B as well. So Deli B now in third, under pressure from JRC Racing though, looking to run around the outside, but not going to make that one stick. Potter McPot hanging on to back end of JRC as well. Still got Fat Picklesbro for company. Everybody putting in purple sectors on lap 2. Big train of drivers. TNR Philo looks like he's managed to pull a little bit more of a gap. We'll have a quick flick through the pack. Fat Picklesbro all over the rear end of Potter McPot. Potter's having to defend coming out of Miyabi circuit. Fat Picklesbro looking to run around the outside of him. Not quite making that one work, possibly trying to keep his nose next to Potter through this little section. And up the hill, didn't work that time. Superfast Bobby 7th, so he's a 3/4 of a second back from that little pack. He's got a bit of breathing room behind him. Jambu in the Lexus. CRT Millerman, another 1.5 back. Surfer Evan 10th. 1.5 seconds back, so they are starting to stretch out now. Purzel pretty close to Surfer as they come into this final turn, with G Marge for company as well. Diablo back out on track, but 47 seconds down. Long way to go for Diablo. So yes, Philo is extended. 2 seconds he's got now in the Renault. see how smooth Mr. Philo is. He's got these lines dialed. Down the hill then. This is where we hit the Miyabi circuit. A little kink up the hill. Maybe even a big blob of traction control for TNR Philo's. You got it? No, he's not. Still keeping that gap to 2 seconds though. Ball. Still keeping that gap at 2. Still under a bit of pressure from GT Delhi B for that 3rd position though. Bit of a gap developed between 3rd and 4th. Fat Pickles Bro got himself past Potter, but they have both got themselves past JRC, so possibly a little mistake from JRC allowing the Fat Pickles Bro and Potter McPot through. Superfast Bobby's been able to close that gap due to that as well. Fat Pickles Bro coming out on top of that little fight at the minute, sitting in 4th. He's only 2 seconds back from the top 3. The gap is starting to widen. Second race coming up though. We have got an 18 lapper straight after this, reverse grid. Top 3 do carry over extra weight into that as well. Success ballast. So JRC Racing. Tiny mistake has cost him 2 positions. Super fast Bob, half a second back. Just losing a bit of time to JRC there. So Jambu in 8th, managed to get himself past CRT Millerman. G Marge and Surfer Ev having a little bit of a battle, tiny bit of contact between those two. Awkward place to overtake through there. Okay, I was just going to go on board for a bit of a watch with that, but it looked like G Marge has allowed Surfer Ev through. Surfer actually carrying a bit of damage there. Might allow G Marge to close that gap back up. It could have been the contact between the 2 drivers. G Marge, no damage on the rear end for G Marge, so possibly not. Purzel in the background, nearly losing the tail end of his Lexus. Around turn 1 of Miyabi. Diablo's closed that gap, 42.8 seconds. Still a long way to go in race 1 for him after getting fired off in the first set of Wiggles? Is that even a word? I don't even know. So Philo's had his gap reduced, 1.2 seconds. Dangly balls. Oh, so he's having a tough old time trying to defend from GT Delhi B. GT Delhi B sweeps around the outside again, takes 2nd position. Now he's on the hunt for Philo in front, 2.3 seconds the gap now though. We know Philo's quick, taking fastest lap in quali, pole position. Chucks himself in the pits this lap though. Dangly Ball follows him in. Fat Pickles Bro stays out. Potter McPot stays out. JRC stays out. Jambu stays out. CRT Millerman stays out. So Superfast Bobby came in as well. Philo actually managing to get back out in 2nd. 3rd, but hunting down 2nd. Chucks himself around the inside of Fat Pickles Bro. So now 2.3 seconds down from Delhi B. Now, we're almost 10 minutes into this one. 5 laps gone out of 12. Denny holding the lead at the minute, but yet to stop. See how long he can make those racing softs last. Philo, he's come in, fresh set of racing softs for him, closing that gap down on Denny B. Fat Pickles Bro yet to stop as well. 3rd position for him. Had a good strategy last week though. Might not be quite as optimal here. It's for the shorter race. Might work out better for him in race 2. We'll see what happens though. This is quite a long race with the 12 laps. So Potter McPot then yet to stop, under pressure from JRC still. Again, yet to stop these two. Looks like they're going to end up having a good old battle this race. Jambu and CRT Millerman, they're still battling it out as well. Again, these drivers yet to stop. Dangling Balls has stopped. So he was 3rd when when Philo came in the pits. GT Deli B had just got past him. Deli B's in the pits now though, so let's see what happens here. So Philo has already stopped. So he's pulled 1.2 seconds in fact over Fat Pickles Bro, who hasn't stopped. Pot again hasn't stopped, holding 3rd. JRC following him through, holding 4th. Dangling Balls, who has stopped, he's in 5th. Where did Deli B come out? In 8th. Okay, so Jambu's 6th. Again, yet stopped. Superfast Bobby has stopped, he's in 7th. Goes down the inside of Jambu. Deli B coming through there as well, taking that 7th off of Jambu as well. Oh, has he? Jambu's going to make him work for it. He does, it takes that 7th then, so Jambu has got to take a stop still as well, so Deli B fighting it out with Superfast Bob now. So G Marge not stopped. CRT Miller has stopped now. Perzel has stopped. So have ever stopped. Diablo in the pits right this second. He's already stopped through to damage though. First lap look 3:11. Oh, that must have hurt Diablo. It's almost sort of 2nd or 3rd turn you've got taken out. It's a long way back to the pits. So TNR Philo now 4.2 seconds over 2nd place Fat Pickles Bro. Fat Pickles Bro's not stopped yet. He's on a worn out set of racing softs. He's got half a tank of fuel on board. Just under. Will he eke it out? Will he try and run the whole? He can't run the whole race on tyres. He's got to come in for tyres. But is he going to eke it out of fuel? We'll see. Potter McPot might try the same thing, although he's got a little bit less fuel. Fat Pickles Bro comes in now. Potter McPot follows him in. Looks like JRC's coming in. Yes, so they are in this lap then. So that now gives race leader a 10-second gap between himself and 2nd place Dangly Ball. Superfast Bobby and GT Deli B still battling it out for 3rd and 4th. Looks like they're closing the gap upon Dangly. 1.5 seconds back this little fight. Oh, almost getting down the inside. So Bob holding on to 3rd, then Deli B trying to get past him. Thought about slinging one down the inside there. So on to the Miyabi circuit. Not much to this one. Through the little kink then, down towards the long sweeping left. I'm just keeping GT Deli B at bay at the minute. Is Deli B going to get one down the inside as they come back onto Miyabi? No, he's not. A little bit too far back there. Again, Bob holds on to it. Fat Pickles Bro just in the background as well. So not out of contention, only on lap 7 of 12. Again, super fast Bobby coming under threat from GT Deli B. Tries to get his nose up the inside. But I've lost out into this next little section. Let's go on board with Deli B as he looks to hunt down super fast Bob. He might have a chance here if he slings one up the inside. Almost. But they've definitely closed the gap on Dangly Ball. Let's just flick back to super fast Bob. 1.4 seconds the gap between them. And there's a Fat Pickles Bro, only a second back himself, so he's closed the gap back up. And GT Deli B does sling one down the inside of super fast Bob. Does he hold on to it? They're coming into the kinks. He does. Super fast Bob then slots himself into 4th behind GT Deli B. That gives Fat Pickles Bro different driver to chase. Super fast Bob's going to come back. Backs out of it through there. Fat Pickles Bro coming right in contention into this fight. Renault of super fast Bob's almost coming off the floor right over that brow. Fat Pickles Bro right in the middle of this punch up now. As Deli B tries to drift it out of the Miyabi circuit, or onto the Miyabi circuit, sorry. There's Dangly Balls in front, so this could end up being a 4-way fight here. Close the gap to 1.1 seconds to Dangly Balls in front. TNR Philo, 11.8 seconds out in front first. Storming away with this one at the minute. So he's got about 3.5 laps. He's got pretty much 3 laps to do. Still chasing down. Oh, super fast Bobby comes back, and GT Deli B there slings one up the inside. Good move, Bob. The door's open. Bob saw it and took it, and he'll hold it through this little section. Deli B sling another one up the inside at the final turn. Bob's not going defensive. He does though. GT Deli B does come back at him. This is all allowing Fat Pickles Bro to just think about a move himself. They are still closing up on Dangly Balls, who chucked himself in the pits, as does Bob. So Philo's just come in and just come out, holds on to top spot. So GT Deli B, Fat Pickles Bro close that gap, 2.2 seconds between the race leader and second place. Starting to extend already though. Fat Pickles Bro putting all sorts of pressure on GT Deli B for that second place. Side by side as they head down the hill. Fat Pickles Bro, they've got the advantage. And GT Deli B just carrying so much more speed on that slightly wider line though. Holds on to that second. Fat Pickles Bro has to concede that little fight. Plenty of opportunities left though as we come back onto this Miyabi circuit. Get ourselves on. There's race leader Philo just turning through the Miyabi kinks. Fat Pickles Bro all over the rear end of GT Deli B. So the battle in between these two is just allowing Philo to disappear up the road again. Fat Pickles Bro slings one up the inside. GT Deli B has to hold on to third now. Can Fat Pickles Bro start making a dent in Philo's time? 4.4 seconds the gap. There's Philo just going around that hairpin. come back to that in a second. GT Daily B still looking for that second position back. Whether he holds it off or whether he battles it out to the end, we'll wait and see. Dangly Balls then fourth after coming out of the pits for his second stop. Pot fifth. JRC Racing lost a bit of time to Potter, but they're still pretty close. They might end up getting back involved. JRC did look like he was closing up there, but I don't think he is. Super fast Bobby on his outlap comes out in seventh. CRT Millerman comes in for a late stop. Jambu, G Marge and Surfer Ev all come through. No stops for these three. Surfer Ev on almost brand new tyres there. We'll see what he can do against these. Well, it's four drivers in front now. With CRT Millerman. So Philo just extending again, 5.2 seconds. Fat Pickles Bro and GT Deli B unable to close that gap back up on him. And Dangly Balls 2.5 seconds back. Let's see, yes he is. Fresh tyres closing that gap back up a little bit on the two drivers in front. So Potter McPot 2.2 seconds back. Yes, he has got JRC closing that gap. It was 1.1, it's now 0.9. 0.7 actually. So Potter starting to come under a bit more threat from JRC Racing behind. Not looking like he's able to close the gap on Dangly Balls in front either. 2.7 seconds the gap. Fast Bob still seventh. CRT Millerman holding that eighth position. Oh, now what's happened there? Jambu's slung one up the inside. He's got himself into ninth. Surfer Ev 10th. They're both getting past G Marge though. G Marge now 11th. Perzel 12th. Perzel's a good 10 seconds back. So a bit of work for Perzel to do. And then Diablo, final driver, had a terrible first lap, got fired off turn 3, picked up an awful lot of damage, had to head all the way back to the pits, and yeah, that was his race pretty much done, almost a minute back after lap 1, so unfortunate, but we'll give him a slight advantage in race 2. He will start from the front of this grid for race 2. Philo continues to extend 7 seconds. Fat Pickles Bro still got GT Deli B for company, half a second between them now, not quite as under threat as he was, Fat Pickles. Keeping that gap to Dangly Balls, so Dangly unable to close that gap up on these two. Potter McPot still 2.5 seconds back. He's kept JRC Racing at bay as well. Super fast Bobby is closing up on these two as well. So could be a little bit of an opportunity for Bob. We are only 1 lap away, but he's only a second down. Bobby's on a fresh set of tyres as well, freshish set of tyres. CRT Millerman's pulled a gap. He's now nearly 3 seconds clear of Surfer Ev. They've both got themselves past Jambu again. Jambu's tyres are giving out. So just able to control it on possibly the tighter hairpins, allowing Surfer Ev and G Marge to come back through. Perzel, he's had a bit of a late stop as well, so 12th. Chewy Gaming, how you doing? I can't believe you just called me out like that on live. Look, Chewy, what are you doing? I'm upset now. What's going on with your face? What's that slug on your face? Diablo just sneaking through. So into final lap then. TNR Philo, 8.2 second lead take a mistake for him not to win this race. Fat Pickles Bro second. He's now got a gap over GT Delhi B of a second. Maybe GT Delhi B a little bit strategic, possibly not wanting to go for the second position, in which he's going to pick up the extra weight. Nice. Oakley Dokley. CJ, how you doing, mate? Yeah, so it could be a bit of a strategic move by GT Delhi B to hold on to third. But Philo has put in a blinder in quali. He's put in a blinder in the race. Strategy's paid out well. Fastest lap as well, 2:12.1. Nothing. The other drivers have been able to. He was 1.7 seconds, almost 2 seconds up the road at the end of lap 1. Delhi's back. Yes, I believe he has got a PS5. Sitting in third at the minute. But let's just keep our race leader. Through that hairpin, then down the hill, through the little kink. Final turn to go then for Philo. Pretty much be a 10-second lead by the time he gets across the line. So there he goes, takes race 1 nice and comfortably. Fat Pickles is going to take second. His strategy playing out well in race 1 tonight. Did take the win through strategy last week as well. GT Delhi B coming in third and into the wall. Dangly Balls fourth, handbrake sideways. Potter McPot fifth, Superfast Bobby sixth. What happened to JRC? CRT Millerman is going to come home in 7th. Surfer Ev 8th. JRC ran out of fuel, did he? No, he's picked up damage. Oh, JRC, what happened? Shame. G-Barge coming home in 10th then. Jambu 11th. Perzel just coming through this final little section. Also picking up damage. Car sounding pretty damn horrible actually at low speeds. Diablo's already finished the race. He finished the race pretty much on lap 1, unfortunately. He stopped for Mackey's. Did he stop for Mackey's and see like a car show going on, you know, like a cruise, and had to rev his engine up, popped it. So yeah, nice comfortable win for Philo. We'll have a bit of a 10-minute break-ish before race 2. And during that 10 minutes, I'm going to disappear for a minute. Enjoyed that Surfer Ev, did ya? So that keeps it quite tight between the top 2. Superfast Bob not quite getting the results he got last week, 3rd place. It's 5th tonight. Are you 5th tonight, Bob? Let's have a look. Where were you, Bob? 6. Oh, Potter got past you, did he? Yeah, poor JRC. Ended up 9th. Was giving Potter some grief pretty much the whole of that race. Diablo getting fired off in turn 3, lap 1. All the way back to the pits for you, Diablo. Right. I'm going away for a minute, people. I'm back. I'd run out of things to smoke. That's no good, is it? Let's go and fetch some things. How are we all doing? CJ, are you commentating tonight? No, it's tomorrow. Is that tomorrow night? You back on the McGanns or something tomorrow night? How you doing, Chewy? Not heard from you for a while, apart from seeing your slug on Facebook. Yeah, so top 3 drivers, Philo, GT Deli B and Fat Pickles Bro, all carry extra weight into race 2. And start from the back. Philo's pretty much saying no thanks, I'm quite happy with my car. No, Philo, put the weight on. Fair enough, mate. Getting them Crimbos money in, bruv. That's the one. Yeah, I think we were only off for 5 weeks. My company, anyway. But we are a food manufacturer, so social distancing and all that malarkey. One-way systems. I'm sure you've all seen it. Stickers on the floor. Yeah, I can imagine my my other half was off for a fair old chunk of time, and it got to her a little bit. I can imagine it would. I mean, I thought it was weird being off for 5 weeks. Just like, oh, what do we do now? You can't do anything. You can't go anywhere. The shops were shut. Oh, all right. I'll go for another walk. Weird. Is that why you pulled out the RC cars again then, Chewy? Just plenty of time on your hands. So there was a little bit of bumping and a barging right at the back there. Yeah, I suppose that just gave you a bit of time to actually do that. It's mad how you lose all those things that you enjoy, isn't it? You end up doing something else instead. You're really enjoying that, and then you do something else instead. Yep, do that. So, settings changed then. Let's have a look. Oh, that's not what you want to do. Come on, that's what you want to do. So 18 lap for race 2, reverse grid. They only start with 70 litres of fuel as well. 3 different compounds of tyre must be used. And only 3 compounds. Soft, medium and a hard. That's it. The drivers just getting themselves out. A couple of little practice laps. got the Christmas lights up yet. I managed to fend my missus off from it. She'd have them up in flipping October, and in fact she did leave them up all year, I'm sure. I don't know what you're talking about, Chewy. Diablo hoping for a better race 2. And his chameleon liveried Mercedes. And an awfully large dark smoker sticker on the back. Cheers, mate. Still a little bit of glitching from Dangley. Didn't see so much in the race. There was a tiny bit, but not as much as I was expecting. A little bit more in quali. Basil also after a better race 2. Super fast Bobby just having a little ghost out. Fat Pickles Bro then coming in second in race 1. GT Daddy B out on track as well. Taking third in race 2. Sorry, in race 1. So pretty much everyone on track by lobby host. Just making sure everyone's car's set right and lobby settings are correct, and then I'm sure we'll pretty much get underway. Get some likes on the video, peeps. So I think that's pretty much it then. So just got to wait for Potter to enter the lobby and then we'll begin. Pits is not open before the end of lap 5, so they can come in for damage, but they can't come in for tyres before then. Hopefully Diablo gets himself away, doesn't get pummeled in turn 3. 18 laps. Reverse grid. Philo, Fat Pickles Bro and GT Deli B all carrying extra weight over from race 1. Success ballast. Still not going to give me a different view, PlayStation? No, just a little bit of a zoom on. Right, revs are up. Let's see if they get away. They're off. Firing himself off the start for Diablo. So he's going to hold on to. Actually put a good old gap as well in turn 1. It's a great start for him. 3/4 of a second lead over Purcell already. To extend that as soon as possible. G-Marge third then. You see position swapping left, right and centre in the first couple of laps. Some of the faster drivers at the back try and fight their way through the pack. Jambu holding on to 4th, JRC Racing slipping himself down the inside there, so he takes that 4th position early on in race 2. Jambu pushed down to 5th then, tries to run back around the outside as they come into Miyabi. It's not going to work. He's left himself too far wide. That's allowed Surfer Ev through as well. So losing another position, Jambu. JRC getting a little bit deep there, almost losing that position. Surfer Ev holds on to it though, so Jambu 6th. CRT Millerman in 7th. Superfast Bobby 8th. Potts in 9th. TNR Philo 10th. Fat Pickles Bro 11th. Dangly Balls 13th, and GT Deli B now, Dangly Balls 12th, Deli B 13th. Damage though, what happened to Deli B? Looks like there may have been a little bit of contact somewhere. Dangly Balls has got damage at the front. So Fat Pickles Bro and TNR Philo making up a couple of positions early on with the extra weight, starting from the back. So back up front, Diablo, 1.2 second lead now. The drivers come streaming through that little chicane at the end. GT Deli B's in the same boat as Diablo now in race 1. He's got to get himself back to the pits, get his car repaired, and back out on track. So Diablo extending his lead, 1.4 seconds. Purcell being pressured by JRC, he's got himself up into 3rd. Surfer Ev 4th. Superfast Bobby 5th, but 1.7 seconds back. There's a big pile of drivers here. Superfast Bob, G-Marge, Jambu, Potter. CRT Millerman, there's a great big, G-Marge scraping down the wall. A few drivers coming past Jambu, trying to run around the outside. Potts 4 wide as they head down the hill. Flip and that's about all I can say for that. So Jambu's still 6th, but he's got all sorts of pressure behind then from Potter and Potts. Potter out on those medium tyres, so same strategy as last week for Potter possibly. See what his second stint is on the medium tyres for his first stint. Right, let's just see what's happening with Diablo. So Diablo's opted for softs in his first stint. 1.6 seconds his lead now. JRC's got himself up into 2nd. He's also out on those soft tyres. Same car as Diablo in front. Got Purcell in 3rd, but he's being pressured by Surfer Ev behind, also in the Mercedes. Superfast Bob has closed that gap at 1.1 seconds between himself and fourth place. Was 1.7 last time we checked. Bit of a gap back to sixth with 2.6 seconds back to Jambu. Pot still hot on his tail, looking for a way past on those mediums. CRT Millerman's got himself up into 8th. 7th. 6th. Okay, a couple of drivers in the pits getting damage repaired. Who's that? Surfer Ev. What happened to you, Surfer Ev? Did I miss that? I must have missed that. So Diablo's gap now reduced to 1.1 seconds. JRC Racing is looking to get that top spot and quick. He's got to think about getting away from the impending doom of the TNR Philos and the Fat Pickles Bros. No threat from third place driver in race 1, GT Daily B. Unfortunately getting damage early on in race lap 1, race 2. Again, purple sectors from JRC closing that gap up on Diablo in front. Superfast Bob's got himself into third as well. The incident with Surfer Ev obviously allowing a position swap. So soft for Bob, Potomac Pot, another 3 seconds back on those mediums, but now in 4th position. CRT Millerman in the Mercedes behind, only 3/4 of a second back. But under threat from the drivers behind. Jambu running wide through that turn again. TNR Philo looking for a way through. Oh, nearly taking out G-Marge in the process. Jambu holding 6th, but Philo looking for it. G-Marge might sling one up the inside. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. I don't think he's going to hold that. Side by side with Philo as they head down the hill. Oh, just runs it a little bit wide. G-Marge did well to keep that in a straight line. He's still piling the pressure on Philo in front as well. Side by side, trying to run around the outside at the final turn. Just gets cut off there by Philo. Side by side again though. So looking for a way past then G-Marge, unable to get it done at the minute. Just want to get myself up front and see what's happening with JRC and Diablo. Gap still at 3/4 of a second. Racing softs off Diablo, starting to look a little bit worn. JRC's in slightly better condition. More purple sectors from JRC. All over the rear end of the Australian's car now. Side by side as they head into Miyabi. Super fast Bob, 2 seconds back as well in the Renault. Potomac Pot unfortunately losing time, 3.7 seconds, or 3.5 now, 3.4. Losing a bit of time to Superfast Bob in front. But those 3 drivers in front are on the soft tyre, so Potter's doing alright on the mediums. JRC though, while we were just flicking through, has managed to get himself past Diablo into top spot. Can he start making a move away from the 2nd place driver? Slightly better tyres on board for JRC. So Superfast Bob's taken 3/10 out of Diablo's time. Potomac Pot losing another 10th. Drifting that Mitsubishi. Still holding 4th position. CRT Millerman, closest rival at the minute, 5th place. 1.4 seconds back on the soft tyre as well. Again, will wear out a bit quicker than Potter's mediums. Philo 6th, so not doing too bad. Also on the medium tyre. starting right from the back of the pack, holding the most weight as well. We'll see what kind of strategy Philo's got for tonight. Fat Pickles Bro also doing alright, not that far back from the winner of race 1, TNR Philo at the minute, 1.4 seconds. Also on the medium tyre, so possibly just trying to stick within strategy wise. So Dagly Ball and Jambu both having a coming together. Dagly Ball's firing himself past Jambu then into 8th. G Marge gets it off track in the background, but keeps it in a straight line. Down into off Yamajiwa and into Miyabi through a little uphill climb. So Surfer Ev, car repaired. Sitting in 11th now. Purcell 12th. And GT Deli B after his early damage sitting in 13th. He's only 30.3 seconds back from Purcell. Got plenty of fuel on board. They can take on board fuel, just not tyres in that early stop. So JRC continues to lead. Diablo still only 1.2 seconds back. Bob has closed the gap at 1.1 seconds between himself and Diablo. But that was the wrong way. Renault's tyres looking a little bit more beaten up than the two Mercedes drivers in front. I'm sure they'll all pretty much stop on the same lap. So Potter still holding 4th, losing time to the drivers in front, but again on that medium tyre. Lost a bit of time behind to CRT Millerman as well, only 1.2 seconds back. Superfast Bob does come in the pits now then, ditches his soft tyre. So Potter up into 3rd, Millerman 4th, Fat Pickles Bro 5th. Superfast Bob back out of the pits into 6th. Marge comes through 7th, Philo comes back out of the pits into 8th, so not quite carrying as much speed as G Marge. Now on a fresher tyre, Jambu 9th, he's just come out of the pits, fresh set of racing mediums for him. Dagly Balls on a fresh set of racing softs. Purcell in now, just coming out on the mediums. Deli B, so take on the hards or the softs. On the softs for his second stint, and now only 6.2 seconds back from nearest rival Surfer Ev. Surfer stopped as well. Another driver picking up damage in this one. JRC Racing has started to pull a bit of a gap from Diablo now. Both of these drivers yet to stop. Potter also yet to stop, CRT Millerman yet to stop. So I can imagine Potter's going to try and squeeze a bit more, another lap out of that fuel. CRT Millerman, I don't think he's going to risk it, what is the race leaders saying. Still got maybe another lap's worth of fuel on board. JRC nearly losing the rear end of that Mercedes. That's allowed Diablo to close that gap back up a little bit. Do they pit? JRC's in. Diablo follows him in. Potter McPot drifting his Mitsubishi through the final turn. So he comes in to ditch his medium tyres. CRT Millerman's followed him in as well. So Superfast, I'm going to go to Superfast Bob. Superfast Bob takes the race lead. He stopped earlier than the drivers just coming in. Fresh set of racing softs for Bob. So he's got half a tank and a 2-second lead over Fat Pickles Bro. Fat Pickles Bro, a bit of wear on his mediums. But plenty of fuel still on board for Fat Pickles Bro. JRC Racing on his outlap. Got just under 3/4 of a tank. Fresh set of racing mediums on board for him. Diablo's followed him out on a fresh set of racing softs. Just under 3/4 of a tank as well. Philo in 5th. Racing soft on board for him. Pot's 6 out the pits, so on that soft tyre now. Let's see what he can do on the softs. 10 seconds back from race leader. So Jambu's 7th, but Dangly Ball's giving him some pressure. Jambu's pretty much out of fuel though. Dangly Ball slings one up the inside, takes that 7th. Fresher tyres. Oh no, he's not. It's just Jambu might have forgotten to take on board fuel. Yeah, I think he has. I think he stopped in the pits, picked up tyres, but not put any fuel in the car. CRT Millerman then out of the pits. A fresh set of racing mediums for him. Sitting in 9th at the minute, nearly 5 seconds back from Jambu, but again Jambu's got to come in and get some juice in that car. Where's G Marge? Okay, sitting in 10th, so 13 seconds back from CRT Millerman. He's got Surfer Evan 11th, 2 seconds back. Out on the mediums for his 2nd stint. Purcell on the mediums as well, sitting in 12th. GT Delhi B on the softs, now only 2.1 seconds back. So yeah, Jambu in the pits now. That's going to cost him a few positions in this race. All these drivers come through. Jambu's come back out of the pits. Where's he come back out? 9th. Soft tyre and under half a tank. Good work for him to do. He's now 6.8 seconds back from that big pile of drivers in front. So super fast Bobby then holding the lead of this race, 5.9 seconds in the Renault. JRC Racing in the Mercedes behind him, still being closely shadowed by Diablo. Half a second between these two. TNR Philo is only 1.5 seconds back as well. Pot closing the gap up on those softs, 2.1 seconds between himself and Philo. Still 10 seconds between himself and Bob though at the front. So Dangly Ball's 6, still not that far back off Potter either, 3.1 seconds. Also on the soft tyre for his 2nd stint. Fat Pickles Bro. So out lap for him, fresh set of racing softs. Where are we? Lap 8 of 18. CRT Millerman, fresh set of mediums for him. Can he keep pace with Fat Pickles Bro on the softs in front? 1.4 seconds the gap at the minute. It's going to be a tall order. So Jambu 9th then after his 2-stop session. So he's going to have to take another stop pretty soon. He's down to 1/4 of a tank already. So G Marge 10th, fresh set of mediums for him, 3/4 of a tank. Surfer Ev closing that gap up, 1.4 seconds between himself and G Marge. Purcell 12th, he's going to come in the pits this lap, I expect. He does. Delhi B in, he's now 12th, that's Purcell's pit. So gains a position, Delhi B, now only 2.3 back from Surfer Ev as well. So definitely opportunity for GT Delhi B to make up a few more positions. How it works out for him by the end of this race we'll yet to see. So halfway through, lap 9 of 18 we're on now. race leader, 6.8 seconds over JRC Racing. And JRC has managed to pull a bit more time over Diablo. Diablo's having to go slightly defensive from Philo behind. Again, Potter in 5th, just closing that gap up, taking another few tenths out of Philo's time in front. Still 10 seconds off race leader. Let's get ourselves on board with Philo as he looks to try and get his way past Diablo. Slings one down the inside at the hairpin, takes the position off of Diablo, up into 3rd then for Philo. Now on the hunt for JRC Racing in front, 1.4 seconds back. Loses a 10th through that chicane. JRC getting a bit of tail happy in the Mercedes. That's cost him a couple of tenths. TNR Philo's gap now 1.3 seconds. Diablo now being closed down by Potter McPot. That's only 3/4 of a second between those two. So Potter's going to start feeling the effect of the toe. That's going to allow him to close the gap up a bit quicker. Still unable to close that gap up on race leader at the minute. Still 10.5 seconds. Fast Bob is pulling more time over second place, 7.2 seconds. His tyres are looking a bit beaten up as well, so still pulling time over the second place driver on mediums. TNR Philo now a second back from JRC. Again, worn out tyres, not a lot of fuel on board, so he's going to lose out again when he comes in the pits for tyres. Fuel. JRC still got plenty of fuel on board, 2 drivers behind. Yeah, Diablo's still got plenty of fuel on board, as has Potter McPot. Time for a bit of on board with Potter. Let's go bumper cam. So tempted to stick your foot on the throttle around those turns. Potter does sling one up the inside. Diablo's giving him plenty of space. So Potter gets up into 4th then. Now now 2.2 seconds back from Philo in front. JRC still holding on to 2nd. Superfast Bob's coming in the pits now though. So JRC comes through. Philo chucks himself in the pits also. So Potter and Diablo come through. JRC Racing now holding race lead, 2.8 seconds over Potter. Can Potter close that gap up? Sticking with his English rival. Some pressure on him actually as they head down to this long sweeping left-hander. So Fat Picklesbro holding 4th. He's now got an angry Bob and an angry Philo. A pair of Renaults hunting him down. So Bob has taken on pretty much a full tank, gone for his racing mediums. Philo has gone for racing softs and half a tank. So should be in a good position to take this position off of Bob. Bob hanging onto the tailpipes of Fat Picklesbro. Worn out softs for, not worn out, but worn softs for Fat Pickles. Bob Bob's doing all right though, still defending from TNR Philo in that faster car behind. I say faster just due to the fact it's lighter and on the different tyres. Did Bob give him a little bit of room there? Philo's got through into 5th regardless. So Bob now 6th. And Fat Picklesbro now under the threat from Philo behind. Does slings one up the inside of the hairpin. Bob was going to try one up the inside of Philo, but he was going for a move himself. So Philo does get past Fat Picklesbro into 4th. Probably thinking about the same move. He's lost a bit of time through that chicane. So Diablo comes in the pits now. JRC Racing still leading, but only just 1.1 seconds. Potter closing that gap up on him. Now 9.2 seconds over 3rd place Philo. Fat Picklesbro in 4th. Superfast Bobby 5th. Diablo back out the pits in 6th. Fresh set of boots, just over half a tank for him. Dangly Balls 7th. Fresh set of softs and half a tank for himself as well. CRT Millerman holding 8th, half a tank, pretty worn out set of mediums. Surfer F9, so claimed a couple more positions back. Still got a quarter of a tank on board and a half worn set of racing mediums. Jambu in 10th, fresh set of softs but not a lot of fuel on board. So making a slight mistake during his first pit stop and not taking on board fuel. Purcell in 11th. GT Delhi B in 12th, so he's out on a fresh set of softs. He's only 5.8 back from Purcell as well. Man, Nick, you can join all you want. Oh, G Marge just getting the transition between Yamajiwa and Miyabi completely wrong. The fact he's on a fresh set of mediums from the softs and full tanks obviously not helped. Billy, evening mate, how you doing? So yeah, just getting it a little bit wrong through there for G Marge. JRC Racing, you are under some pressure now. Both drivers in the pits though. Who's going to come out on top? It's all going to be about who takes on board the most fuel. TNR Philo comes back through to take race lead. Superfast Bobby 2nd. Diablo comes through 3rd. Dangly Balls 4th. JRC Racing back out of the pits in 5th then. So what's he got? Just under 3/4 of a tank. Set of racing softs. Potter McPotts. A bit less fuel. But racing softs. Loses a bit of time to JRC as well, but he was closing up. Okay, so they do only have to use 2 compounds. What's out of that for you? Yeah, I'm alright, mate. I'm alright, Billy. So, CRT Millerman, 7th. 4 seconds in front to Potter McPott. 2.5 seconds back to Fat Picklesbro. Just come out of the pits. Fresh set of racing softs for him. Half a tank. Surfer Ev, he'll be in the pits any second. So, worn out set of racing mediums for him. Nearly losing the tail. Just keeping it on track. No, Surfer Ev. That's going to allow Jambu to sneak past him. So the tyre wear causing a little bit of disruption for Surfer Ev's race there. Purcell will also be in the pits probably at the end of this lap. Should allow GT Delhi B to gain another position. G-Marge then. Yeah, just struggling a little bit with that full tank and the mediums, just losing a bit more time to Deli B in front. Getting called out again, Surfer Ev. So TNR Philo, 3.5 second lead in the Renault. Super fast Bobby, also in the Renault. On the medium tyre though. Diablo third, Dangly Balls fourth, JRC Racing fifth, Pot sixth. So second to sixth are all pretty close. It's got a tiny bit of breathing room at the minute, 1.4 seconds over Diablo. Diablo has got a Dangly Balls closing up on him. 3/4 of a second the gap there. GRC Racing only another half a second back. Pot actually losing a bit of time there. So he's now moving 6 seconds back. Fat Picklesbro, 8 seconds either side of him at the minute. Just got to think about putting those qualifying laps in. So Jambu 8th, Deli B 9th, Surfer Ev back out of the pits in 10th. Fresh set of softs, half a tank for him. CRT Millerman also back out of the pits. Fresh set of softs, just over half a tank. So Purzel's been in the pits. G-Marge has made up a position, but Purzel's come right back out of the pits behind him. Purzel looking for the move already. Slings one down the inside. G-Marge giving him plenty of room. So Philo then still holding that 3 point. He's gaining more time, 4 seconds pretty much over super fast Bob. Bob is coming under increased pressure from Dangly Balls and Diablo, still dragging Diablo with him. Pot has got past JRC. JRC's got it wrong somewhere. No damage on board for Pot, so it's not as if someone's piled into him, but JRC now down in 6th position, holding that damage. Half a second penalty to lose as well. So under all sorts of pressure from Fat Picklesbro for that 6th place. Balls back out of the pits. So super fast Bob. Philo's been in the pits. Super fast Bob retakes race lead, but he is still under that. He's under the pressure from Diablo. What's happened to Dangly Ball? He came in the pits. That's what happened to Dangly Ball. I wonder what happened there. Super fast Bob then. Now got a second to Diablo. It was Dangly Ball. Pot third. Dangly Ball fourth then after he's just stopped. He's got a Philo as well. He's just stopped. That's so Philo in 5th. Fat Picklesbro 6th. JRC Racing all over the track behind. Tyre's not looking too bad, but that little bit of rear end damage may be costing him a little bit of control with the aero. So super fast Bob coming under more pressure. Diablo and Potter getting himself down the inside of Diablo, takes 2nd. So now he can hunt down super fast Bob in front. Nice tight line through that final chicane. Takes a 10th out of Bob. Let's get ourselves on board with Bob and have a bit of review. Let's get that one on. spoiler cam. So looking back at Potter McPot closing the gap, 0.3 of a second between them. Diablo's lost a bit of time to these two drivers. Totally different lines through there for all three of them. Potter McPot closing that gap up again, just a tenth. He's going to sling one up the inside as they head down the long sweeping left. So close you can't even see Potter. No, Bob's gone defensive. He's going to make Potter run around the outside. Carrying the extra speed, plenty of space given, a little bit of door banging. So hard on the brakes then. Potter unable to slot one down the inside into the Miyabi transition. Diablo just keeping him in check in the background as well. All over the rear end of you again, Bob. Not quite able to get his nose next to him through the kinks either. Your hands must be sweating about now, Bob, I can imagine. Potter McPot clambering all over your rear spoiler. So the transition back into the Yamajiwa circuit. Potter going for the cutback. Can he slam one up the inside? No, he can't. So he's got to try again. Bob doing a great job defending. So on board with Potter now. Yeah, I like this track, Billy. Bob getting a little bit tail happy out of the chicane there into the final turn. Lap 16 of 18. So Potter's got a good run on the exit. Bob's going to make him go defensive. Bob's gone defensive, making him run around the outside. You know, they take different lines through here, so who will it benefit? Potter's actually carrying more speed than Bob. Bob's just keeping it up though. So they've got to try again to this lap and one more for Potter to try and make this one work. Bob's making it tough for him though. He's going defensive at every point. Again, Potter carrying extra speed on the way in, but Bob's just able to hold it on the exit. Back down the hill again towards the Miyabi transition. Can Potter sling one up the inside here? He does. Nothing Bob can do about that. Potter's just got to control it on the exit. And he does. He gets himself up into first positions. A great battle between Potter McPot and super fast Bob there. Did well Bob to defend. Now Potter with race lead, 0.6 of a second. So he's got 1.5 laps to go, Potter. Can super fast Bob do anything about it? He's on the medium tyre as well, so possibly not. Potter on the soft in front. Dangling Ball. There's Diablo Pit. I think Diablo's coming to the pits. Dangling Ball's got himself into third position. He's right on the tail end of super fast Bobby as well. Dangling Ball could actually put top spot under threat here. He's only 1.3 back from Potter. And this is a long circuit, so he's already looking to make his way past Bob. Doesn't quite make it work through there, but carries the speed. So on a soft tyre versus Bob's mediums. Bob's going to have to do it all again to try and defend from Dangly Balls now, as he just had to do from Potter. They've just got to be careful that TNR Philo doesn't sneak up on them as well. 2.3 seconds back. So super fast Bob and Dangly Balls side by side as they head down this start-finish straight. Dangly Balls actually looks like he's carrying more speed, but I think Bob's just going to get the turn done. No, Dangly Balls takes second. Now Dangly Balls 1.5 seconds to try and close that gap up on Potter McPot in front. great racing in tonight's second race. So the gap down to a second. This could be on. Dangly Balls could get this position before the line. Three-quarters of a second between them. So this Miyabi circuit then. Pot got a bit of a sweat on himself, I can imagine, with seeing Dangly Balls all of a sudden appear in his rearview mirror out of nowhere. Again, closing the gap up, less than half a second between Potter and Dangly. Dangly carrying good speed as well as they come down towards the exit of Miyabi. Potter now having to go defensive from the attacks of Dangly Ball. Just runs it a little bit wide through there. Dangly Ball also driving as hard as he can, nearly losing the tail end of his BMW, giving Potter a tiny bit more breathing room. Half a second. Only 3 corners to go after this hairpin. Pot looks like he might take the win. He's going to take a brave move into this final turn for Dangly Balls to make this one stick. Can he do it? Can he do it? Can he do it? He might do it. He's done it. He's got himself past Potter. He takes the win. Dangly Balls across the line. Whew. Potter McPot second then. Super fast Bobby in third, as close as Dangly Ball and Potter were for third and fourth as well, between TNR Philo and Bob in the 2 Renaults. Fat Pickles Bro in 5th, JRC Racing, Diablo in 6th, JRC Racing 7th, Surfer Ev in 8th. Kablumo handbrake across the line. Jambu 9th, just CRT Millerman all over the rear end. So just taking 10th for CRT Millerman. GT Delhi B comes home in 11th with a handbrake into the wall as well. So it did make up a couple of positions, but not his night, unfortunately, in race 2. Purcell 12th. And G Mars just got the final turn to go. Great racing, great racing. That's the kind of stuff we want. So G Marge, we're going to get a great big handbrake and swizzle into the wall from him. No, just a wiggle. But yes, great race. Potter McPot denied the win there by Dangly Balls. Just lost the tail end as he came out that final little chicane and the final turn as well. Just enough to give Dangly Balls the run on him down to the line. 0.04 of a second, that was all that was in it. There was only a 10th in it between 3rd and 4th as well. So yes, really good racing in race 2. Diablo actually picking up. What did Diablo get? 5th? 6th in the end. He got taken by Fat Pickles Bro. That's better than his first race. He'll be happy with that, I'm sure. So yes, that was round 2 of MRC's Team Oliver Racing Gr3 League. What have we got coming up tomorrow night, 9 o'clock? P1 and their Beetle League, the Stewie Mac Beetle League. Come and check that out. That's always a bit punchy. Back Sunday night at 8 o'clock for Tanso Racing's Mazdas. You'll see that man Billy Miller racing in those. The 55-8. So come check him out if you want to see. Okay, he waffles a lot in the chat, but can he do it at the track? We'll see. We'll see Sunday. So that's 8 o'clock Sunday night. MX5s with the Tansos, and then at 9 o'clock straight after that we've got the P1 boys and their Super Formula races as well. Then Monday, 8:30, back for round 2 of the minis. 8:10. Bob. Why 8:10? I still haven't figured that out yet. 8:10 on Tuesday for the Lamborghini League. If you lot feel the need to harass Bob for putting on a race at 10 past 8. That's what time qualifying starts, 10 past 8. That's Tuesday, 10 past 8, Lamborghini League, Next Gen Racing. And then Wednesday, we are back for round 3 of this. Come and check it out. You know where it's at. If you want to help my channel out, go to buymeacoffee.com/darksmoka and donate if you feel you can or want to. Entirely up to you. I'm sure you did, Surfer. You were getting called out by Billy a little bit there. Come on, Ev, get your finger out. Was it you were calling? Was it you Billy was calling out the other week? I think it was, wasn't it? So, that's pretty much it. I hope you've liked what you've watched, people. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Darksmoka. I'm out of here.